everyone, and welcome to another episode of Jana Talk podcast. I'm really happy to see you here because today we will speak about a topic which influence every one of us, and this is how to find our life purpose. Because have you sometimes seen by your closest people or by people you know that they are doing their job, they are doing work, what is bringing them money, but actually it doesn't fulfill them. They feel inside empty, and the work, the job, what they do doesn't bring them joy. Can you imagine having life, your whole life doing something what you do not love, what you do not like, what doesn't bring you joy, not only you but also the other people, and you spend your life doing these things. It's quite important topic because if we think about our life, it's quite short, doing things which we do not like. So that's why I've chosen for today the topic how to find our life purpose, to prevent this, and to really follow our heart, follow our dreams. And I'm really happy to have here today's guest who is focusing on this topic because she organizes workshops, retreats as well. She's a mindset mentor, life coach who is helping women to find their life purpose, to find their dreams, but also men. If you are here, definitely listen because it's also for you, not only just purely for women. Absolutely not. So, and also she helps her clients to overcome fears and challenges on the way to follow their heart and dreams. So, please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome my today's guest, Christina Astor. Hello, Christina. Very nice to see you.
Hello, Jana. Thank you so much for inviting me, for speaking about my passion, about the topic, about life purpose. I love it. This is what I'm here for. So thank you so much for being part of your podcast.
I'm also very thankful that you joined, that you are here, because I know so many people who do the work, who do the job, but they hate it, they are not happy, and the joy disappears from their life very easily, like this. So,
Yeah.
what about you? How was your journey to do what you do?
Yeah, thank you so much. So it's exactly like you mentioned. It was the same with me. When I was in my 40s, I had already two kids and I did a job as a personal assistant. And I was in this hamster wheel, running my job, doing the best. And then after job, I came home and did everything with the kids and with the house, and we have a dog as well. So there was a time something changed. I was overwhelmed by life, and I thought, this couldn't be life. I don't want it like that. Because as you mentioned already, I have just a short period of life. So maybe 80 years, if I'm lucky, or maybe more. And I don't know if I stay healthy and in a good mood. So I want to have the best life during my lifetime. And then I thought, okay, it's not like this. And I had a lot of pain doing senseless work. It was like I had a passion. I want to do my work, or I did my work with passion, and I assisted everybody, but there was no fulfillment. There was no purpose. It was just for me, just for me. It was very senseless what we did. And then I felt physical things with my body. So I started the day and I had headache. My stomach was aching. Then I had this little piece in my throat, like I was not happy to swallow it. It was something in my throat always, and I had emotions coming up, tears, and every time I started my job, and then I called every morning. Really, I called my mom because she's just wonderful. She is the most positive person I know, and she's always optimistic. And then I talked to her every morning like the drive from home to my office. And she said, it's not good. You will become ill if you go on with this journey. And I felt, okay, I just need to change something, but I didn't knew how. And I had no mentor. I didn't know much about personal development. I was really stuck, and the pain became, yeah, higher and higher. And then there was the point I spoke to my husband and I said, you know what? I will change my life completely. And he was like, "Oh, darling, so please, it's fine. You get a lot of money for your job and it's nice because we can afford this and that." And then I said, "No, I don't want that anymore because I feel this inside myself. It's not good for me. It's not good for my kids. It's not good for you. It's not good for my body. It's not good for my soul. I need to change everything." And then yeah, I went to my boss and I said, "You know what? I will leave." And he said, like the same habits my husband told me, or the same sentences. "Oh no, you can't do that. You're so good in what you're doing, and we need you, and we will support you." And I said, "Yeah, fine. You know what? Please hear me. I will leave this company, and I do exactly what you want to do, but you are not doing. I will do that." And that's how it started. It's like diving into ice cold water without knowing what comes next.
Ah, that sounds really. Thank you for sharing your journey. I think many people can reconnect to this, especially when people have kids, family, husband or wife. They need to earn money, the house, the flat, the apartment. So all the hobbies, school for kids, and so on, food,
It's
nutrition.
expensive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So when we want to live the qualitative life, I can imagine that then people are afraid to stop, to make a break, and just to think because they are in a train of earning money, and they cannot imagine really stopping this process, because then what will come then? Story can be similar to many actually people around us, even we don't know.
Yeah.
uh, you mentioned that you started to do the cold bath.
Yeah.
That sounds really amazing. This was the first steps what you started to do, the cold bath, right?
Yeah. So my journey started, my personal development journey started actually with taking a cold shower. Because somebody told me you need to change something.
Yeah.
What do you think about changing it by your habits? For example, take a cold shower every morning. And I said, "Oh my God, this is not really my comfort zone." But this is exactly a really small step, and your nervous system realize it. So if you every morning, if you take a normal warm shower very comfortably, you feel good, you feel protected, and you feel like, yeah, like in love. You can change all of this with an ice cold shower. And this is what I did like 8 years ago.
Mhm.
And then I realized this shifted a little bit in my head, in my thoughts. It opened up my mind for new things because a cold shower was new. And this is really a small step, but this goes out to everyone who's struggling, who's running this system of "I need to overcome all this. I need to earn money. I need to be good at what I'm doing. I cannot break out. I cannot quit my job. I cannot leave my husband or my partner. I cannot whatever." Just stop it. Stop your thoughts. Take a cold shower and do change something in your habits. This is a good advice.
I love this comparison. First of all, change something small in your habits because we tend to do every day the same steps without even thinking and being present. How we start the day when we go to the bathroom, wash our face, and so on. We continue during the day without even thinking what we are doing or without being present. And I loved what you mentioned, that changing something in your routine makes you maybe more present, more thinking about
Right.
what you do, more aware. And the cold shower, which is a really great topic, because recently I have been also on a workshop of Wim Hof's workshop, and it was really
Yes,
so
I will do
cool.
this next year. This
Oh,
is amazing.
it was so freezing, but it was so good.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I can imagine that when it's uncomfortable, it needs to you need to change some, like you need totally to do something what is not bequem in German. I would say, like,
bequem. Yes,
yeah, yeah, pleasant, or
comfortable.
comfortable, exactly. So that's why it's shocking new habit, which makes you think differently, and that's maybe the start when you start to think differently, right? Is that
Yeah, it freshens you up. And now I think in November I started this ice bath
Mhm.
challenge for myself. So I do this now really every morning.
Wow.
And this is another challenge for me because it's to overcome stress. If you go into ice cold water outside when everybody's outside wearing a warm jacket, a winter jacket, gloves, and a warm pullover, and you put on your bikini and dive in, and go into ice water with really ice cubes in it, you it's such an immense part of stress. You set your body into really a stressful situation, and then you do one thing. You ignore your thoughts,
Yeah.
just breathe in and out,
Uh-huh.
in and out, and you're realizing what's going on. It's cold, your body, there's pain, but this sets you up for your life, for your daily life, because you have situations with people or in your job or with your kids or with your partner or with neighbors or strangers or bosses or investors.
Mhm.
You you have very, very stressful situations, and this helps you to overcome this stress, because if you are in a stressful situation, your intelligence is going to leave you, and then you overreact. And
Mhm.
this is the worst thing what can happen. So if you set up your body with this ice bath, you learn how to handle stressful situations.
Mhm. That's
And
wonderful.
this is a very good learning for me, because since I started ice bath, I cannot remember really a stressful daily situation in my life.
Mhm. That sounds really cool, and also great tool how to overcome discomfort, not only in the morning by the shower, but also during the everyday life, whatever happens at work or in personal life. So it sounds really great.
Yeah.
So you started applying those cold showers. I believe that then you find out, how did you find your life purpose after this, applying this in the morning?
Yeah. This is a very good question, because when I entered my second part of my lifetime, like the new chapter, when you turn 40, it starts automatically the new chapter in life. This was with me as well. So my kids were more or less on their own. They were able to go to school. They were able to eat correctly. They were able to do their things. Like, it was no need for myself to take care when they were a baby compared when they were a baby. So I had more time for myself. And then I felt this new chapter, but it was more or less from inside. It was a calling. I it's These are thoughts and realization. It has a lot to do with awareness, and you feel something is growing inside yourself, like is asking, what are you here for? What is your inner calling? Is Are you here for just paying your invoices? This is not life. It's not life that you're here for paying your invoices, make others happy. There must be a number one reason why you are here now in this setup. And I was always asking me that question, what is my inner calling? What is my purpose? And I couldn't find an answer. I was looking to friends of mine. They are hairdressers. They're owning their salons, and they were happy. They told me, "Oh, I love what I do. I could do haircuts 24 hours, 7 days a week." And I was thinking, I want that, but I know I'm not a good hairdresser. So, yeah. And I was always asking this question. And how I really discovered my purpose was actually the first exercise. I was asked to write down my perfect day. This is the exercise I did with the participants on the Women Visions Day. You joined that workshop, that online workshop. And this is one of the exercises to ask the participants, the women, to take a sheet of paper and write down the perfect day. When do you get up? Where do you get up? What mood level do you get up? What's next? Do you have something around yourself? Is there a family with you, or who is there? And what is your work? What are you doing in this day? And this exercise, it had an amazing effect. I did this exercise, yeah, almost 5 years ago. And really now, or since 2 or 3 years, I'm living exactly this perfect day every day now.
Amazing.
And this is a win, an amazing win for me. It was a key moment.
Absolutely. This is also a great technique how to think about the perfect day, because I can imagine that when we are in the train or busy life, I will call it train because it's actually really train. It's really
Right.
goes so quickly. Speed train, some TGV,
Right.
TGV. We don't really reflect if we do not do the habits or start to implement it in our lives, to think about what would our ideal day look like, what would we want to do, and especially with when people have the families, the duties, I don't believe
Mm.
if they don't want to change something in their life, they don't change it. It's a very like simple.
Right.
So it's the inner calling or inner need is important to listen to it and start doing, or like doing something differently, as you have mentioned it.
Yeah. And may I add something? This is
Yeah.
very, very important. If you do this, if you create your perfect day on your own, just with a sheet of paper, it's it's very, very important to know you have everything what you want. This is your perfect day when you have all the money you want, when you have all the setup you want, when you have everything, you have enough money, millions, trillions, whatever, billions, you have health,
Hmm.
you have everything you want. And then you need to create your perfect day.
Hmm.
This is important.
That's a good. And also, yeah, you have all the people which you love around you
Yeah,
if you
right.
want. So
If you want that. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah. What challenges today are they struggling with in their lives usually?
the number one challenge is to find out when you are in your ego and when you are in your true self.
Mm.
There are a lot of like challenges, or I don't want to call it problems, because problems are just created by yourself. So the people I'm working with, they are mainly business owners or leaders, and they have so much to do. They have so many hats on, and they need to take care of everything. They need to guide teams, they need to lead, they have the family, then they have no time for themselves. And then sometimes they have bad habits, they are not, and the habits are not supporting them. So the energy goes down. But to break it down, it's just this thing. It's the challenge to decide when I am in my ego and when I'm in my true self. And if you learn how to switch this, or how to, the first step is be aware when your ego speaks, and then like know this, and then change it in your true self, because the true self is our true self. This is the spiritual being. This is when you have everything, you are full of love, you don't need recognition, you don't need love from others, you're just giving and loving everybody and what you do as well. And you do everything with a lot of energy and love and everything. So if you are in your ego, you feel, or you have envy, you feel disconnection,
Uh-huh.
you are not present, you are you feel rage, you feel dissatisfaction,
Mhm.
you feel misunderstanding, you feel that you are not loved by your loved ones. So if you
Quite
are in
negative
your
feelings. Sorry to bump in. Negative feelings, quite a lot.
negative feelings, right? And this is the main important challenge. If you are in your true self, you know exactly what to do, when, with whom, and what. You have always health,
Mhm.
you have money, you have everything you want, you just create it by your thoughts.
Mhm.
And if you enter that space, that's just outstanding.
I'm now laughing because it might seem to many people as a
Dream.
idealistic dream. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So how
but
to,
it's true.
yeah, absolutely, I agree. How to get to this stage of living, of being present.
Yeah. So the first thing I want to add, I can tell you from my side that this is true, because with this realization, I changed my life completely by 180%. Everything. I really changed everything, from a victim to a true self, to a loving person, doing what I love. I'm able to handle everything. Um, I have a part of my ego still, but I'm realizing it, and I'm facing it, and I'm working with a bunch of coaches and processor. I'm working a lot with people and friends from the US. So I have my people around me who are helping me to stay in this true self. This is amazing. This is amazing, and this is very important. To it's a journey. You cannot stop. You need to work constantly on your dreams and on that habit to become a better self.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So back to my question.
Really? But your question. So please
It
can you
sounds
repeat it?
wonderful, but how to get to this stage? Like, because the most important part
Mhm.
is the mental part, I would say. To start
Right.
believing it is possible, and then starting implementing new changes in the life. So, what would you say? What should be the steps, or the way how to change the mindset?
Yeah. So let me, how can I explain this? Because it's a long journey. So I started um, learning or studying the vital fundamentals of life processing. I studied this in the US, and this is it's like this. It's just easy. Life is a process. Life is full of processes. Everybody is processing somebody, always, every time. So, for example, I I meet you now and I say to you, "Hey Jana, you're looking amazing. I like your hairdo. I like your makeup. I like your dress. You are beaming. You're such a wonderful, loving person." How do you feel now?
Very nice, of course. Thank you very much. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, very nice. Yeah,
And this is a positive process. I run a positive process on you, and the result is if I do positive processing, you feel bigger, you feel better, and you feel very light.
uh huh.
But I can change this into negative processing, which
Uh-huh.
we all do sometimes. For example, hey Anna, what's up with you? You have wrinkles under your eyes. Your blouse or your outfit doesn't suit you very much, and your hairdo is just boring. So what's up with you? Do you have problems, or do you look awful? So for it's hard for me to say this, but how do you feel now?
If you meet someone who you know, of course, this type of communication is not very positive, right? So
Right.
I would say the majority of people wouldn't feel with this strange, out of nowhere feedback, at least strange. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It of course it was a fake, you know that.
Yes,
But
of course.
imagine in real life, everybody does negative processing. Parents process their kids negatively, or please sit still, or please don't do that, and don't do that, and you need to do that. And partners are processing negatively their partners, and bosses are processing their team members negatively. And the result is they feel small. And this becomes a chain reaction because somebody who's negatively processed by somebody and feels small is going out to another person, process them negatively, and then they feel bigger.
Yes.
So the only motivation is to get into that bigness, to feel better, to feel bigger, is to process other negative, that they become smaller and you become bigger. And this happens in school, this happens in jobs, this happens between in relationships, between friends, and it happens everywhere. And I think this is the first step. Process yourself positive, because it starts with you, and we are always focused on what's wrong with us. Oh, look how I'm, if you look into the mirror in the morning, I think most of the people saying or thinking negatively about them. They don't like themselves. They they focus on their mistakes. They focus on what's not going wrong, what's not going right, what's going wrong. They focus on the negative side, and then they have a negative setup, and then they go out and they bring the negativity out to other people, that they feel bigger. And this is the first thing to get close to that stage of self. If you start with process yourself positively, speak in a positive way about yourself, love yourself, do what you love, do what from what you get energy, and process others positively, even if they process you negatively. Just smile, just be present, and just say a nice word. I think this is really the basic start.
I believe that this definitely influences us more. But what you mentioned, the affirmations, or looking in the mirror to not to look quickly away, that I see myself in the mirror, but focusing on the positive sides by ourselves, and looking inside, and not finding something externally but internally, like inside of us.
Yeah, and this because the reason why is your true self is positive, and your true self is full of love, and your true self is fulfilled with everything, with prosperity, with wealth, with happiness, with health, with everything you want and you need. And your ego is it's mainly processed negatively by others. This is why you created as a child your ego. And their habits and limiting beliefs and all the bad stuff we don't need. And that's why if you want to go away or come away from, if you want to leave your ego and get closer to your true self, that's why you need to start process yourself positive and others.
And also, when you mentioned that if someone else reflects you negatively, it actually reflects, or it says more about him than about you. That
Right.
what kind of problems he is solving, or issues, and he or she doesn't know, is not aware of it, probably. But it's when we receive like this unexpected feedback, let's say, which we didn't ask for, it doesn't say about us much, but about the person. So this is also important to think about, that whatever the person says, because if I can also in this topic imagine that if you when we do not have any internal issues, when we are working on ourselves, and peeling this type the different skins like an onion, the negative beliefs, self beliefs, and I don't know, the bad habits which doesn't support us, but the opposite. We don't have any, there is no reason why to talk about anyone negatively, why to solve that someone
Right.
is having this blazer or this jacket, because we don't really care, we don't mind, and it's because they want to wear it, so they wear it, and why to have a problem with this internally, that someone is doing or wearing whatever. So that's also another thing, that maybe also a sign that when we don't have this, we also can see that we are on a journey, on the positive
Right.
journey to overcome these self-limiting beliefs. What do you think about it?
Yeah. Yeah, and by the way, what I realized, you are an amazing processor as well. Because we met some during some seminars, and we were in the same, or we are in the same tribe, and
Yes,
doing
yes,
several challenges together.
yes,
And you know the secret how it works, and this is what you do every day. You are an amazing processor, and you have kids or child as well, and you have partner and family, and all of them, they are participating, or they get the benefit from you
yeah. Well,
and your
actually,
energy.
I have I have current I have a different path so far. So I don't have kids yet. So I'm looking for, I have a dachshund. So, but
Yeah, right.
yeah, but so I have a little bit different style of to my age, typical age.
Mm.
But it's the way how my journey should probably unfolds or go. So, but yeah, you're right that it influences us all the people who we love around us, family, friends. So definitely. Um,
Yeah.
so
And
yeah.
And if you are in a high energy, if you have a high energy level, you will always win and you can upgrade your environment, all the people who are with you. If this is your family or your team or whatever, you can just with your energy you can upgrade people and bring them and lead them to that level you want to have them.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and this is because you asked, what can people do to get closer to to themselves, to the true self, and disconnect from the ego? Um, it wouldn't work without mentors. It wouldn't work without coaches. It wouldn't work without any personal development.
Absolutely.
And you cannot do this
Absolutely.
on your own. You cannot do this because you are always in your patterns and you run your systems or the systems are running you. And the first step is really to contact somebody who is aware of personal development, who understands the energy and the systems and how it works. This is amazing to important to add
Yeah,
because you
absolutely.
do personal development as well
Yeah,
and
yeah,
see how you can influence your life.
absolutely.
Yeah, I do this regularly in German and in English because they ask me questions
Hmm.
I don't want to hear. I really don't want to hear. And then because I have
Oh, you
my
mean the
skill.
mentors? You mean the mentors?
Yeah, your mentors,
Oh,
my mentors,
good.
they will ask me questions I don't want to hear because they are trained
Uh-huh.
in physical manifestations. They look into my eyes and see me reacting without saying a word, and then they ask me exactly the right questions,
Oh, yeah.
and then I need to answer, and then I will be aware of what's going on, and this is when healing starts, when you realize what's going on.
Absolutely.
So you definitely need a good coach or a mentor to help you with that.
Yeah. And you focus it, we will speak about the courses, what you do also shortly. I
Yeah.
wanted, before we jump to this, I wanted to ask you one question because before, when you were sharing your path, your story, you mentioned physical signs of your body, which showed you that you are not living your purpose or you are not living the way you want inside of you live. So, what would you say? How would you describe the signs if we are not living our life the way we inside want to live? Are there any signs with the body or
Yeah.
emotional signs here?
Yeah. So your body is so intelligent and he speaks to you.
Mm-hmm.
But you are amazing in ignoring the hints and tips from your body, and that's why you start taking medicine and you start drinking alcohol, you start taking drugs maybe, and all these things. So in my case, it was that my stomach was really hurting me when I thought about my job, when I thought about my team, when I thought about the tasks which I were doing, when I thought about my boss, when I thought about my company, I had always bad feelings. And this is a sign. But I ignored them in the first step as well. I had headache. Um, I was very emotional. Tears came up when something shifted. So I was very under pressure. And I had no energy. I wasn't very balanced. If my kids were rude or doing something I didn't want, I was shouting and screaming on them. So I was really just reacting. I had so much pressure, and the pressure wanted to come out every time I was more under pressure, time pressure or so. And this is when I realized this is not right. You feel this. I have so many clients having back pain.
Oh yeah.
They have back pain, which is something heavy on your shoulders. They have this pain in the neck and the shoulders. It's everything is stiff and they're not flexible. They have headache, and this is because the tasks or the things you are doing, it's just too heavy. It's too heavy for your back. And I have clients who have problems with their knees, which is you cannot go
Forward.
forward, you cannot move correctly. Something is stopping you. And others have allergies. They cannot eat everything. But these are more or less, I'm not a doctor, a medicine, or educated in medicine, and I don't want to say something like diagnosis or something. I don't want to say something wrong, but my experience is your body sends you signs which are negative, which brings you out of your balance. You cannot sleep, you cannot eat everything, you cannot move correctly, you have pain, and you need to do something. You need to take medicine, pills, or drugs, or red wine, or white wine, or beer to calm down in the evening, and then in the morning you need coffee, or energy drinks or something. This is a toxic circle, and it's not natural, and it's not your true self. And these are signs. They have a message for you, and if you go back into your inner self, take a minute or a short break from day-to-day work, from your environment, you will learn more about yourself. You get the thoughts and your message when you go into yourself. That's why I'm doing this retreat. Because in our daily life, we have hardly time to find really this time for inner work. But this is your inner work, or the silence is so important to create your future and to create your reality. That's why I would like to recommend take some time off just for yourself, maybe 30 minutes or an hour without any distractions, and look into yourself and into your body. What is your body sending you?
Great tips and describing of the process. Thank you very much for this. When you were speaking about the back pain, I was like, oh my god.
Oh,
No, I
oh,
used to have a really serious back pain, and yeah, so I really, that was a sign for many years that I need to do the change in my life, but I didn't listen to it as well before. So then it went to a stage that I was not able to bend my back in the morning to wash my face because it was
okay.
painful. So just
Yeah,
like 45 degrees, that was
yeah,
crazy to do or to imagine. And when I was searching for the position where I will put my legs to wash my face in the morning, I was
yeah,
thinking to myself, this needs to stop. This cannot
yeah.
continue like this. So it's
And what did you do?
yeah, well, at first, I finally decided to go to a doctor to really find out what's wrong with my back. Then I found some things which obviously there was also something, but it didn't happen just like this. It happened because of my lifestyle, sitting 12 hours without moving in front of my computer and working. So the balance was definitely not there. So so
Yeah.
yeah, so and when I started to implement some changes in my daily habits, the, definitely also exercises, but the exercises, I think it's also not exercises for the back, but also to make time for myself, to be present with what I do. It started to disappear. Uh,
Mhm.
so
Right.
um, so I continue with this journey to not get the condition of my back even worse, and to make it better as possible. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
what do
you,
I'm sorry. So go on.
so you took over your responsibility for yourself.
Yeah.
It's good to go to a doctor or to somebody who knows a lot about bodies and medicine, but sometimes it's good to reflect this and ask yourself, because your body, if you sit 12 hours, that's not good for your body. Your body is made for movements. And if you have energy, because emotions are energy in motion,
Hmm.
and if you don't move, they they are stucking with you,
Yeah,
negative and positive emotions. And if you don't exercise or go out in the nature to just bring everything into movement, it will stuck, and that's when heaviness is created, or
absolutely.
that creates heaviness.
Yeah. It does, and it's yeah, or it definitely did. Now it's better, much better. I don't have these stages what I had before, but I'm still, well. It's, I would say, everyday work, not
Yeah.
to change the old patterns and habits, and especially when you like what you do, but there needs to be some really balance, anyway. When we don't listen to ourselves, when we are not alone without mobile phone, do you
Mm.
have any techniques how to reconnect with ourselves during the everyday life when we cannot go, for example, to the forest and clean our mind? Is there any technique like meditation or something what could help us as well to?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, I have a favorite one with which is very, it's a key exercise. It's the presence training.
Mhm.
So I do this always in my courses. If I do online courses or working with my clients or doing the retreats, there's always the presence exercise. Um, to be present is to be in your true self, to be in the moment, to be here right now, not more. That's it. And you can do this exercise with a partner if you sit next to somebody and you face the eyes. You just face the eyes,
Mhm.
say nothing, do nothing, just be here and now. This is presence. And if you don't have a partner, you can do this on your own with a mirror.
Mhm.
Just sit in front of a mirror and look into your eyes. But I recommend to do this with a family member or with a friend, because it serves both of them. So
Yeah.
it's very, very powerful. And I have actually created that presence training twice a month to do this with a group of people, with strangers online. Um, 5 or 10 minutes, it changes everything. It brings you back into the moment.
So you started to do this like not workshop, but this training. Do you have it twice a month? I didn't know. I was not aware of it. That's great.
Yeah, yeah. So I did the first 3 months training. It ends in January. And I will start a new training for about 3 months in February. And it's twice a month. It's in the evening, German time. We start at 7:30.
Mhm.
And it takes 1 hour. And we are connecting. You meet a bunch of people all over the world. And it's in English.
Mhm.
And even if you are not in good in English speaking, like me, I'm not a, it's not my mother tongue, and but it's not important. You connect with another one just through your eyes, and then you are sharing um your feedback. And
Mhm.
this is in English, and that's it. So, and you can improve your English skills, improve your present skills, improve your English skills.
Social
And
skills
this
as
is,
well.
Yeah, and this will have a positive effect in your daily life. I have so many good feedbacks from my clients. They say always this presence exercise, this works. It's amazing. If you have investors in front of you, or if you face clients or negative people, you can really look into their eyes, be present, and yeah, that's a game changer, presence.
That sounds real wonderful. I remember this exercise also from Spain. It was very
Yeah.
powerful because we did it also with people who, there were so many people, so not
Yeah.
everyone we knew. With, I don't know, 400 or how many people were there
Yeah. 100.
5 days, so you really don't know everyone properly. But it is really powerful. Well, the moment what you described,
Yeah.
I was really shocked from it. How really powerful it was.
Yeah.
From,
And your ego is out of that. You
mhm.
connect with your true self. That's just love.
And that's really nice what you do. I love it. It's really
Yeah.
really nice, powerful exercise. So spreading love and positive emotions actually.
Yeah,
All
join us. It starts in February.
all right. I will check the dates. Yeah, but it's definitely I like it. So
Yeah.
when we speak about the purpose, I wanted to ask you. So we you mentioned many steps. You mentioned many really also the signs of your of the body. Definitely also with the emotions as you described the negative emotions. What on the opposite? How do we find out that we are on the right path to follow our life purpose or our like life not goals because goals can be together with the ego but with the like life for purpose. How do we find out this that we are on the right path?
So I would like to say that not everybody want that. There are people out there, they don't want more from life. They they just want to live their life as it is. They don't want to get better, and that's fine. But if you feel that there is more for you, that you are made for more and you want more from life, you will find that out by that you are on the right part. You will find out by your level of energy.
Mm-hmm.
If you are on the right way, it's always in a flow.
Mm-hmm.
If you do, like, you made this experience for sure as well. If you do something in your daily work and it's easy and it's you are in that flow, this is right.
Mm-hmm.
And if it turns into heavy, or you have heavy clients or heavy people around you, and you want to maybe sell something, or you want to create a contract, or you want to do something, and it's everything goes wrong, and it's heavy, and there's a lot of stress and a lot of pressure, that's not the right way.
Mm-hmm.
This is my learning for myself. And if you, in my case, if I am doing what I love every day. I really I can do this 24 hours, 7 days a week, always. I don't need vacation. I go on vacation with my family, but honestly, just to say it to you, I don't need vacation because this is what I love. I do this every second in my life, working on myself, working with others. And the thing is, I am helping my clients getting what they want. And this is all I do. If they want something, I help them to get it.
That's nice.
And if this is not the right thing, they they won't get it, and it's not easy, and there is no flow, and then they find the right track, what they want.
That's also another topic because sometimes we think we want something or we wish for something, but
Right.
actually it's not the right thing as you mentioned for us.
Yeah.
or maybe sometimes we might wish for something, but we didn't think about it properly, and we that's luckily why we don't get it, or sometimes when we get it and we find out that it's not the best outcome what we want. So how also wish better to get the outcome what we well, how to find out actually what to
Yeah.
wish for. That's the base, I think, out of everything.
Yeah, I do it like this. If I want something, for example, a new car,
Hmm.
then I ask myself, okay, is this my ego? Do I want that car because of my ego? That others asking me, hey, wow, such a nice car, and you can afford that? Or, oh, wow. Um, so I want to do I want to become more visible with this car, or why do I want that? This is the first thing I reflect. Do I want this because of my ego, or do I need this because of my true self? And then, um, if I want something, for example, I wanted to visit California 3 years ago. It was always my dream. And I want to do this vacation with my family, with my two kids and with my husband. And to go to California for 3 weeks with 4 people, it's not cheap. You need to have some money in your account and to afford this, because it's a bunch of money. So, but I felt differently than the car. I felt this this is going to bring us joy. This is life. These are um, like these are experiences, and they will forever stay with us. And then it was easy. I have a cooperation partner, a friend of mine who's living in California, and I said to him, "You know what? I would love to go to see California. I want to bring my kids. I want to see them the US, and my husband never went to the US before, and I want to celebrate this with them together." And then he processed me on this, because he processed me on my want, and then it was just easy. Everything was easy. We had 3 weeks vacation prior around Easter, so it was springtime in California, and then it was easy. We found cheap flights. We found amazing an travel agency, and he helped me creating an amazing tour. We had a nice car. We had everything, and it was not really expensive, so it was fine compared to other trips. And then we packed everything and we started the journey, and everything went right. We had no illness, no accidents, no flights, no canceled flights or something. It was really perfect. And this is how you realize this is a flow. This is the right thing. You do this for your life. And we always speak about this trip, like every time, regularly we speak about this trip to the US, because we didn't do this for our egos. We did it for us, for the family, for creating moments.
I love this example from
Yeah.
your really
And
love.
this is, was it a little bit clearer between
Yes,
how
because
do you feel what's important?
what I sensed in like the difference between the first and the second. The first, when you just think that I want a new car, it's just what is the reason behind, to dig deeper.
Right.
If it's because I want to show up or to
Yeah.
others, or if I want it because I need stronger engine and I want to do the trip with
Yeah.
my, I don't know, friends, family, with my next home. And the second, that was this example of the, well, yeah, by the car, it's maybe simpler to me now to give the difference what I understood with the story with the vacation of your family. If I have this car for the reason just to show up to how great I am at work and how I'm earn money,
Yeah.
the different, it's the ego talking. But if I want this better car because I want to make better trips, go, I don't know, abroad, I need a stronger engine, bigger suitcase, or
Right.
bigger trunk to put there many suitcases. I need this car from a different reasons, and then why the car will happen more easily.
Right, right. And I always ask one question to myself. If I want that, what experience do I want to have when I have it? So what do I want to feel if I have, for example, this new car? What is it exactly? What do I want to experience if I do a trip to Africa? Why do I want that? And this is exactly on as well on my bucket list. And I know I saw your posts around Africa. It was just fascinating me. And this is what I teach my kids as well, because kids want to have everything. They want to have the best computer, the best phone, mobile phone, and the best whatever clothes. And I ask them, why do you want that? And if I buy you this phone, for example, what experience do you want to make or to have? And then they start thinking.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, the other kids are asking, or they're jealous. They want to, they tell me then, oh, you have the new iPhone 2020, whatever, 340. So, yeah, then you are bigger. But that's not the right way. It's just
Yeah.
your ego.
Yeah. Because this means that we are not big enough inside, and
Right.
healthy, like healthy
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there, well, you do the workshops, also you organize retreats. What are
Right.
the upcoming events you are organizing in the closest future? What can people look forward to or join if they would like to?
Yeah, thank you. We are shortly we are launching our events for 2026, and it's amazing. We start in March, um, from 13 to 15 March here in Germany in an amazing environment in nature, pure nature.
Wow.
And the topic of this retreat is freshen up yourself. So get a fresh up your mind, fresh up your body. So it's everything in there. It's time for yourself to relax, and they have a nice spa area there. But then we combine this, because spa and wellness is it's for your body. A retreat is connecting with your heart. So you will freshen up yourself, your minds. You will clean your brain or your mind from toxic thoughts, from negative thoughts, and even your body as well. You will strengthen your body, so you will reboot your body for the spring, for the year, for what comes up next. And I'm really looking forward for this because I love to have nature around me. That's why we are not sitting every day in a room. So we go out, and we will move, and we will build muscles in our body and in our mind. And then we will go on in June in Austria. This is the
Oh,
first
wow.
time I'm launching a retreat in Austria.
Lovely.
I love Austria, and we don't have such high mountains in Germany. That's why we go to Austria next year in June. And the topic of this retreat is summer summits, how to reach your goals.
Oh, love it.
And we will do a morning tour and see when, yeah, the sunrise early in the morning. And then we will have just men's only. We will have
Men's
a
only.
men's, yeah, a men's retreat. This is the first time as well that I'm creating a men's retreat.
Wow.
Men's only, no women allowed, but the women can support them in booking the tickets. So,
That's cool. And it will be
and
also in Austria or it will be in Germany.
this will be in Germany, the same place as in March.
Mhm.
And this is facilitating by my husband. He's a trainer as well.
Mm,
So he will do a weekend just for men's, and it's about body work and mind setup as well.
great.
And and then we will end the year with this classic retreat in November. In the last at the last weekend in November, this is time out. Time out. So calm down, get more energy for December and the whole family stuff
Mhm.
and the business. So this is in this retreat in November, you will reconnect with the five elements of earth,
Mhm.
with fire, water, air, and what is ether?
Wood?
It's yeah,
Mhm.
earth and the room, the spiritual
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
room. And this was so powerful. We did it last weekend, and it was outstanding. I love it. I just love it.
That sounds really wonderful. Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing. It's okay. So there are really nice upcoming retreats.
yeah.
Also for men, purely. That's what I wanted to ask you if you will be there. So your husband. So it's really purely 100% men. Um,
I will just be behind the scenes.
uh-huh. Behind the scenes
Yeah.
is also cool.
Yeah,
Great.
behind the scenes, just supporting men's. I love that. That's another role for me. It's another identity.
Uh-huh.
So it's not my stage. It's the men's stage, and I
Uh-huh.
will support them.
Good. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Is there, because the time is coming closer, is there any message you would like to share with everyone who is watching or listening to today's episode?
Yes, there's really one message, and the message is believe in yourself always. And if you are in struggle, just reconnect with yourself because everything you want to have in life, it's already in yourself. Just find somebody, a sparring partner, who's able to bring that out, that you can shine. But believe in yourself. You are amazing.
Really nice message to everyone. And thank you very much, Christina, that you joined today's episode and my podcast.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to talk with you
Thank you.
about this really precious topic. And I'm looking forward to seeing you not only in the next episode, special questions, but also in the future, maybe in some retreats or in the course you mentioned at the beginning with practicing the present moment.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Jana, for giving me the opportunity to be here in your podcast in this episode. It was a pleasure for me, and it's always a pleasure for me working with you, being around you, and just knowing such a wonderful being. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Namaste. I have to
Namaste.
really thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for nice words. Ladies and gentlemen, also I thank you for being here, for watching today's episode or listening to today's episode. I'm sure that Christina's tips gave you definitely many insights to think about how to improve also your journey. Share it with your friends, with your fellow also family members, partners to also improve their journey. And thank you for following and subscribing podcast Jana Talk. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Next week we will speak with Christina about her daily routine. What does she do in her private life to prevent stress? What brings her joy and so on. So I'm looking forward to seeing you. Wish you a wonderful day. Bye bye.
Bye.